Welcome to the den, Authentic Barnwood. This is our first time going live. Oh, by the way, did you know that you can go live from your mobile on YouTube? What? True story. Here we are live, unpacking because we just completed a project. Now, this project was a barn dismantle. It was all beamed out, which, if you're following along with some of our shorts, you'll see little bits and pieces of it. Also, we're gonna make a video in time. Just give me time. I know I haven't been too active here on YouTube for a while, but I've got some time and I got a ton of content. Some of the things that you didn't know, maybe, took about a year, a year off our life. But we reclaimed a 40,000 square foot building. It was a World War II airport hangar. It was used for training for World War II, training of fighters and bombers, actually, for World War II. So there's tons of content coming out there. I don't even know where to start. However, there's not much that you need to build. Took the job went good. As a guy that knows something about Barnwood and how to take buildings down, organized, and it was methodical, and yeah, boom, down she comes. So not only was I there to help take the building down, I had all these extra hands. There's about 5 of us in total, big family, people coming and going, helping, and we also got to the point where we stacked up all the wood, kind of like, well, I'll show you here in a minute, but make sure that could be stored. Most of the stuff went inside and some outside. So there's different ways to make sure that your wood stays good for a long time. The point of saving all the wood out of that project was because they're going to rebuild something in the same spot. Just take it from in the past, what was it? It was the late 1890s that this thing was built. So they're bringing her back up to 2024. And by the time they get around to it, it'll be 2025. Yeah. So, here's some of the tools that you need. Not a lot, just some. Anyways. Hey, by the way, if you haven't hit subscribe, you should probably do that now. I've got lots of videos coming out, and I've got lots of videos in the past too. We're kind of doing a little bit of everything, from sourcing to salvaging to reclaiming the wood, and also project build mode. I wouldn't mind adding maybe another complexity to our channel, but for now, that's what we kind of started with, and that's what we're continuing to experiment with. And I want to give you more ideas on how maybe, if you're interested on taking your own building down, how to go about it. Because there's a lot more to it than just taking a nail puller and pulling some nails and bringing the wood down. There's so much more to it. Something I didn't realize, while really getting into it, was how much was actually involved. Because each step, which I just explained, has a lot of work to it if you want to make it so it's repeatable and generates income. That's probably the most important. Yeah, I guess in the last year or two, I also started with the Amazon Influencer Program, which you can click through to the link, try and put in the description here, and you can go check out some of the tools that we use. Plus, I went a little overboard and I just like videoed everything in our house. But I mean, I just needed some practice. We got like 300 and some videos there. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, check this thing out. So it bent a little bit, but this is called the mustard stick. The reason why it's called the mustard stick is because the young guy that used it a lot, he dumped so much mustard on his sandwich that we all stopped eating and watched them. And since it's kind of the mustard color, call it the mustard stick. But this is what we use to like pry up boards. We used the heck out of it to try it out, and I got some ideas how to improve it. How exciting is that? Yes, yes. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, as it's starting to snow, it's mid-November, I'd say getting late November. And trust me, we get snow. We got a lot of snow here. So there's also that to deal with. I mean, you can still do this job outside, taking old buildings down in the snow, but you got to be even more prepared because now you got snow to deal with, and that can change within the day. So when we go out, we always save like 1 or 2 buildings that are inside a yard site, especially like where someone lives, kind of like where we just worked, because they're going to keep the snow clear, and then all you got to really deal with is the colder conditions, which nothing works as well in the cold, not even me. So, oh hey, by the way, don't forget to hit subscribe right now. I appreciate it. We're on our way up. I don't know, kind of set a goal this year. I'd like to get to 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's right, 10,000. We don't average very well. Maybe 1,000 a year subscribers is what we're getting right now. But YouTube takes a long time, and Barnwood apparently is not as attractive, I guess, as someone just dancing. I don't know. That's all I got. But whatever, it's responsible, so it's going to catch on. I can't see it being any different because, well, I can't see it being any different. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but I can't see it going away because as we move forward, like it all started with like recycling pop bottles and beer cans, and it just keeps getting more and more important to do the right thing and reuse stuff that can be reused. For example, antique wood. Yeah, so excuse me for a second while I put some stuff away. Here, I'll show you. Hey, over here. So check this out right here. This right here, or rafters. Sorry, this is all rafters out of a building. It's 100% fir, Douglas fir, and it's old. How do I know that? I can just look by the growth rings here. So anyways, this right here is actually my deck top, believe it or not. Oh yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. Call it the game of touching. Yeah, the game of touching. Boy, you touched it out there on the build site or deconstruction site about 10 times probably. Now I touched it again to put it here, and I'm going to touch every single piece again to run it through a saw so I can turn it into perfect rectangles. Then we're going to touch it again and put it on our deck, and we'll continue to touch it with our feet until the end of time, I guess. Yeah, so reclaimed wood could also be called touch it. The game of touch it. Check this stuff out right here. Oh yeah. Check this out. So this one's solid piece of wood. This is root wood. Now it has a little bit of tar on it, but with a planer we can bring this back to brand old new. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. There's like a semi-trailer over this right now. So hey, how are you doing? Pretty good. Hell, if you haven't hit subscribe, you should probably do so now. Promise you. Plus, if this goes over well, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a few more lives like this too. It's kind of exciting. I get to talk without editing, so you can see the difference between my live videos like this one, and some of our edited ones. And I love doing the editing part of videos. It just allows, there, so nice. It just allows us to, I don't know, Barnwood and kind of portray the message that you want to portray. So, oh, how do you like my fence? This fence, this is actually after, I don't know, 3 years. Love this fence. There's also videos that explain how this fence was built. But anyways, whoa, hey, ta-da. Yes, so I'm gonna continue putting some of these tools away, but I would love to speak more about Barnwood. I just need your guys' help. Go ahead and put in the comments now if you're watching what it is that you'd like to know from my experience about Barnwood. Do you want to learn more about the sourcing of Barnwood, meaning the finding of the wood, the project, what to look for, how to prepare, maybe some of the fine print stuff to protect your butt? Or do you want to learn more about the sourcing of it itself, the actual getting the wood, or salvaging, sorry, where we actually go out and get the wood and the techniques that we use to bring a building down, because there's so many different types of buildings out there and each one is kind of a little bit different. So, which means there's also a lot of different barns and houses and outbuildings, but all of them can come down in like, well, reasonable time, because you're doing it like by board, but it can be done safely and with minimal tools, actually. So maybe that's what you want to learn more about. How about the reclaiming, where what I was kind of telling you about the deck there, how we're going to take these boards, touch it, and bring it into like a project, which leads into project build mode. The actual building of the project and sharing some of the tools that we use, minimal tools, to make it happen and to make it look actually half decent. Yeah, or maybe you want to know a little bit more about some of the tools that we use, like sawzalls. Love sawzalls, love the Milwaukee ones, tried a ton of other ones, these are the only ones that seem to hold up. Yeah, so I would love to know, let me know. Also, I'm going to be putting out tons of shorts, just some random insights of the barn border lifestyle. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in for now. It's our first live. I plan on doing another one soon. I'm just looking for a few ideas.